I recently saw a video that included a quick review of this tilted spinner for mixing resin. It was an interesting concept, but the use case was far too niche. I later came up with the idea for my own version of this product while cleaning some old bolts that fastened down my drill press vise. But it had to fit some criteria. Number 1, needs more oomph. B, needs way more adjustability. And third, it needs to be made using only components that I already own or can produce. So say hello to the Rotatotron-9000 Mk.1. I can't speak much to my personal design process or philosophy. Really, it feels like an amalgamation of years of trying things that did and did not work. Typically, I'll start with a list of features and then refine that by real-life measurements taken from components that have to be included, or from borrowed models like this 3-jaw vise. Already I can tell you that if I were to take another crack at the Rotatotron-9000, there's a number of things that I would change. Have the control board off to the side. There are a few missing reliefs for part clearance, and I missized a couple of holes and had to drill them out. I'd also probably change the motor mount to be more in line with the center of mass of the motor. Electrical work for small projects like these can actually be pretty simple. You need to keep in mind a few key details, and then it's mostly just making sure all of the numbers match up. In this particular case, I knew that the most voltage I needed to deal with was only 12 volts, and that the least was 5. If you collect 12-volt DC wall warts like I do, then that's your power source already taken care of. At that point, you only need to worry about a component to step down that voltage from 12 volts to 5. Luckily, I happen to have a few of just that sort of component kicking around from the old boat build. It's that big black box with the red writing. I also have a 12-volt motor controller for the same reason. Pay attention to your wire sources and destinations, maybe test for continuity here and there, and your circuit will go together quickly. One last note, make sure to put on your safety squints and emergency hold your breaths while soldering. I whipped up a very simple operating system, for lack of a better term, to control the Rotatotron and uploaded it to one of the Arduino Nanos that I've had for years. It's a knockoff board, but works just as well, especially for something this basic. Now, I might be a tad biased, having been programming professionally for years, but I think that programming for Arduino is a fairly smooth and approachable undertaking. Adafruit, in my experience, has a phenomenal record for quality documentation that is easy to understand, and the pinouts for components are very comprehensive and descriptive. The motor controller I used even has a GitHub of example code for operation. Being comfortable with a few programming paradigms will make the process go by a bit easier and much more quickly. But the basic tutorials for integrating simple components with an Arduino board will get you 90% of the way there. And here's what that looks like. Yeah, I don't know. Whenever I try to ramp up the speed too quickly, it restarts the Arduino. I'll probably just use it to derust nuts and bolts.